This is a short video of Hebrew pronominal suffixes. In Hebrew, pronominal suffixes have a person, and that is 1, 2, or 3. They have a gender, masculine and feminine, and in first person they also have a common because there is no distinction between the masculine and feminine, and finally they also have a number, either singular or plural. So we have a person, 1, 2, 3, gender, masculine, feminine, and if there is no distinction it's called common, and we have a number, singular or plural. I have a separate video that helps you memorize this chart, point out few parallels and few things that may help you memorizing this chart. A quick little side note, there are connecting letters, either vowels or consonant, that are often used with some of these pronominal suffixes. So for example, you can see nun with the first person. Instead of e, it's gonna be ni. For the second person, you can see yod. Instead of cha, it's gonna be icha. For the third person masculine, you can see either nun or he. Third feminine, you can see he, and for the plurals, you can also see that he there as well. So these are used to smooth out pronunciation. When something is too difficult to pronounce, they will put one of these letters in between the word they modify and the pronominal suffix. Interesting chart is also looking at the pronoun and the pronominal suffix side by side. If you memorized one, you can kind of see the parallel with the other, and that may help you memorize the other. For example, ani, you can hear the e at the end, and that is the suffix e. For the second person, we have ata or at, and for the suffix, we have cha or ch. Again, I have a separate video where I go over some of these charts and help you memorize them. Pronominal suffixes in Hebrew can be used in various ways. They can be used on a noun, they can be used on a preposition, and finally they can be used on a verb. Let's start with the usage of a pronominal suffix on a noun. On a noun, pronominal suffix is used as a possessive. In other words, it will be my. If the noun is house, my house, your house, his house. The pronominal suffix is the person who possesses the noun. Okay, if we are talking about the book, it will be my book, his book, your book. In Hebrew, you will have the noun first, and the pronominal suffix will be attached to the end. E is the suffix for the first person, my. So if this is sefer, which is book, sefri would be my book. So here's an example how we attach these suffixes. Shem means name. Shem means name. Yod, as I just said, is my. So Shem plus E at the end is my name. Once we put it together, it would sound something like this, Shmi. Now you may notice that Shem has a long E vowel, and suddenly we shorten the vowel, and the reason for that is because now Shem is in construct, and this is something that I talked about earlier when I talked about nouns in construct, and if you don't remember it, you can rewatch the video on the nouns in construct. If a noun has a suffix, it must be in construct form. Nouns in absolute cannot take a pronominal suffix. So that's the reason why the vowel here is shorter. So Shmi would be my name. If somebody asks you what is your name, you can say Shmi and then you say your name. Again, remember the construct rules. If a noun is followed by a pronominal suffix, that noun is in construct to the suffix name of him or his name. In this case, first person will be my name. Here's another example. Anoki Adonai Elohecha. Anoki Adonai, we already had this example in another video. Anoki means I and Adonai means Lord. So I, Lord. This is a usage where you have a verbless clause and you need to supply to be verb. Therefore, the translation will be I am the Lord, or I was, or I will be. I am the Lord. And then we have Eloheh. This is from Elohim, but it is the construct form of Elohim. right? Elohim, and the mem drops, and therefore the result is Elohe. And we are in construct because we have a suffix. So Elohe cha. Cha is second person, so it is you, second person masculine singular. So it's your God belonging to you, right? This is a possessive, again, expression of the suffix. Again, remember the construct rules. If a noun is followed by a pronominal suffix, that noun is in construct to the suffix. And final example, baravi. Bat means daughter, so this is feminine singular. It is in construct. There are several ways to see it. One is this makef helps us here. Av means father, and e is 1c as suffix, first person, common singular, e, my. So the daughter of father of my father, right? Daughter of my father. Pronominal suffixes on a preposition are translated a little different in English because they function as an object. Remember that on a noun they functioned as possessive. Now their function is the object. In this case, object of the preposition. If we have some kind of a preposition, then the pronominal suffix would be added to the end, just like with the nouns. So for example, preposition le, and we add the first person, e, me, le, e, li. So the result is right here, li. Le means two or four, and e is me. So to me would be the translation. This is not to my, because this is on a preposition. My, e is translated my when it is on a noun, like my book. But this is to me because this is the object. Here's another, the cha. Ba means in. Remember also for translation, ba can be translated in, by, with, or against, depending on the context. So the cha means in you. Again, this is not your, this is not possessive. You don't own the preposition in, but in, and then the cha is the object of the preposition, so it is in you. And finally, pronominal suffixes on verbs. If you did not cover verbs yet, you can skip this section. If you already understand verbs, you can watch to the end of this video. Pronominal suffixes on a verb function the same as on a preposition, therefore they will be the object of the verb. And here is an example. If we have verb, for example, natan, which means to give, and we add cha to it, and we put it in some tense, we put a person, so here would be and. Natan is he gave, the vav with future, so and he will give, and cha is the object, so and he will give, cha, he will give you, and he will give you.